What's happening, people? Hey, we're getting ready to do something here. This starts. Love issues. We're going to do some character creation. But YouTube's being weird, so maybe not. Can I do the chat from here? Let's find out. 1 second. You gotta love this stuff. It says I'm live. Is it? Yeah, there we go. It says I'm live. Is it? All right, there we go. All right, let's get some get this stream going. I'm gonna discuss three different aspects of character creation, and then do a walkthrough for any new people that haven't created a character yet. And I figured this would be a good place to start. DNDBeyond.com. If you don't have a DNDBeyond.com account, go ahead and make that. And we'll run through some character creation, a couple of different character creation ideas. Well, that is odd. There we go. Now we're in. Good evening, people. How's it going? All right, the first character I want to make is basically the luckiest character. I figure for new people, it's really good to be able to keep rolling your d20s, man. Rolling is part of the fun. Bidet? Yeah, I mentioned something. What's up, Ellie? I mentioned something about doing a one-shot, but that power outage kind of backed us up a little bit. I do have a one-shot ready. And so hopefully if we can get some of our normal people on here tonight, we can find out who actually wants to do it. I want to do a treasure hunter themed one-shot that can actually go into multiple. But hey, Nick, good to see you. But yeah, that we can go into multiple one-shots. You call them one-shots. What do you call it when you just do single sessions that can link together, kind of like Saga style? I don't know the name for them, but yeah. So they'll be really good for, we seek this part of the treasure, and you get that instant gratification. You get to do some things, and then we can pick up when we're on the way to the next treasure or whatever. So I got some really fun stuff, really good villains, and we just need to do some character creation for people who haven't made a character yet. Ellie, we talked about making a character. Have you made characters before? Charles Gaza, good to see you, buddy. Garza. I was hoping we get some people who have nothing to do tonight since Critical Role isn't streaming. And like I said, I have the one-shot ready, at least the first few sessions, because I'd like to do a few of them. And anyone from our normal group or outside that wants to join us that actually doesn't mind doing a one-shot, we can do it closed or we can stream it. Oh, nice. Well, I figure most people would be free that are normally watching Critical Role. So sweet, Ellie. So you've been messing around with some ideas. Well, if you don't mind, do you want to share one of your ideas and we can kind of run through a sample creation with it? If not, I have a really cool idea for a rogue that is, let's see, is it something Blade? It's one from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Let's see. I have it right here. I got to go to level 3 to do it. All right, roguish archetype. It is called the Soul Knife, I think. Soul Knife Rogue. There you go. Soul Knife Rogue. It's a really cool idea, in my opinion. We can run through that real quick. If not. But if anyone has any ideas on what kind of character to create, then I'm up for doing that instead. What's up? I love the YouTubes. We are doing some character creation and Q&A for any new players. I'm about to do a big series on just bringing people into D&D, new players, how to play, what it's about, all that kind of stuff. And I want to start doing one shots during Critical Role's off week. Figured people ain't got much to do, and if they don't want to take a break, then we can do some one shots, and I can DM them, and we can bring in people from the chat or wherever to do them. If not, I'll get some of my friends to join us. Believe it or not, I do have some real life friends that will join us and are pretty entertaining. So a couple of them have their own. They do a lot of stuff on Twitch too, which will be a lot of fun. Maybe they'll bring in some of their people. One of them is much more successful than I am. So, all right, Ellie, the one is a pretty classic sorcerer. Nice. So I'd rather watch some others. Cool. Is your sorcerer? I like the wild mage sorcerer a lot. I know it's not as technically good, but it's so much more fun. What's up, Firecracker? I am doing great. How are you doing? All right, well, we're going to go with the rogue then. So any names that you guys, I'm just going to call it lucky for now, but any names that you guys come up with, we will come back and switch it. We're going to do just basic information here. So if you haven't been on D&D Beyond, it's a free website. Create yourself a free account, and the nice thing about it is if your DM has an account already, you have access to all of their stuff, which is sweet. All their books and everything. So I got a few books in here. Race. I'm going to go with a halfling. Micah, I've often wanted to make an artificer, but not sure where to start. Sweet. We can do an artificer. What race you want to do? There's a couple really good artificers. There's some I don't have access to, but we can definitely run through one. Carl, good to see you. All right, playing a Goliath thief right now. Interesting. How's your stealth with your Goliath thief? That sounds. I've always wanted to do a big, beefy thiefy. Man, that's good stuff. That much randomness scares you. You also have to put your your fate in the hands of the DM. So you really got to trust the DM to win, because he really gets to choose when and where that kind of stuff happens. You just get to roll. All right. Okay, let's pick a race. If anyone first race that pops up in the chat, we'll go with that one. If not, I got these big beefy dice right here, and they are gigantic. And let's see how many races we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna roll a d20 because we have more than 12 to pick a random race. What artificer race do we want to go with? I always like the idea of gnome. You guys go with a gnome? Micah says surprise us. Owl and Shadow Monk. Yeah, the owl. I don't have the access to the Strixhaven stuff yet, but I will. Tortle? All right, let's go with the Tortle. I'm down with that. So Tortle Artificer. That's a weird combination, but let's do it. Okay, Tortle. Boom. We've got to change the name. Oh, what was the Mecha Tortle from War Tortle? I like it. Look at that name. Beautiful. All right, War Tortle. I was thinking the one from Ninja Turtles, but I like this one better because Blastoise was my favorite. Squirtle was always the Pokemon I picked back in the day when playing Blue. I didn't actually own Red or Yellow till much later. All right, so they got the claws. Doesn't really affect much we're doing here. Hold breath is fine. Natural armor is great. Depending on which artificer we use, that could really help. Withdrawal, survival instincts. Okay, so we got some decent traits. Doesn't really go great with certain artificers, but let's see what happens. Let's go level 5. I feel like level 5 is really where you get to find out who your character is. Even though I'll probably start this person off at 1, 3 at best. You can retreat into a shell and enchant during battle. Can you enchant while you're retreat? Let's go look at retreat again. Hold breath, natural armor, shell defense. You can draw into your shell, use an action. You sure can. Until you emerge, you gain +4 AC. That's brilliant. Just some big nerdle, a big nerdle turtle. Just enchant, just going back into a shell and enchanting stuff. Beautiful. All right, sweet. The character's already starting to build up in my head, just with that right there, Charles. All right, proficiencies. We're not going rogue anymore. What am I doing? We want. Do I not have the artificer? It was under wizard before, but didn't they make? I'll go buy an artificer right now, real quick. Unless they're under wizard. Let me see this real quick. Nerdle turtle. All right. I think level 3 is where we get the subclasses. Appreciate your patience. Where do you pick the school for proficiency, spellcasting, arcane recovery, arcane tradition? There it is. All right, let me grab the artificer class real quick. Subs, campaigns, characters, homebrew. This will show anyone who hasn't been in here where to go. I'm usually getting this stuff from my phone, so campaigns, encounters, ice media, searching. Okay. Houses and humans 1, 2. If anyone wants to join up, that'll be the account that I'll link you to. It's in Tasha's. Okay. I know they had some good ones in there. I didn't know if that was it. Where the heck? Sources. Thank you. All right. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. I'm trying to buy this stuff. New Player's Guide, Forums, Media, Marketplace. All right. Okay. I know you can search individual stuff, so you can buy the whole book, which actually I don't mind buying that whole thing, but bring this over here. But we can just get what am I missing? Do you guys see where the search bar is out? Yeah, there's a couple good memes for houses and humans. Filters, no. I know you can. There's Tasha's. I know you can buy individual. There we go. Subclasses. All right, so which one? So artillerist, that's an artificer, right? And then, see, I got soul knife from here already. I'm gonna look over here. Artillerist 5e. Yeah, do we want to go with artillerist? Is that... Is that good with people? So shield, thunderwave looks pretty good. Eldritch blast is always solid. What are the other... what are the other artificer subclasses? So I can just buy one. Thank you very much, Firecracker. Oh, yeah, we are at 927 on the subs, so we are getting close to 1,000, and I'm pretty pumped about that. So if you haven't, hit that up, and then I can start streaming from my phone, which will be good. So when we have power outages from all these ice storms, I don't have to be out of luck. Okay, Alchemist, Armor, Battlesmith. So which one does the pet I think that's the one we want to do. Because that was a Unearthed Arcana one. I think Artillerist is the one that you get like cannons and stuff. And for Blastoise, that's pretty much what we want, right? Let's just do that. Let's just get the Artillerist. Is that Battlesmith? Bert, what's happening? Classes I recommend for new players. The big classes I recommend for new players, always I recommend Barbarian, because I want you to focus on your character. Sorry. I want you to focus on your character over the mechanics, and Barbarian is the simplest class to play. Fighter's pretty simple as well. Ranger's also very simple. So Ranger, Fighter, and Barbarian. If you want to be a spellcaster, then I'm gonna direct you towards Sorcerer, because they're just more straightforward than the other spellcasters are. Bards aren't too hard either. But Barbarian is always the one I'd recommend first. If you want to just hit stuff, if you want to shoot stuff with arrows, I'll recommend a Ranger. They're not as good later on, but this is new player stuff, and we're not metagaming. And then Sorcerer if you want to cast spells. Perfect. Artillerist is what we want then. Let's put it in the cart. I hope I don't... Alright, I'm going to throw this over here. I don't know if my information is going to pop up. I don't want you guys stealing all my information. Like stealing my tens of dollars from the bank. That would not be good for me. Alright, purchase for myself. Yep, see, all my information's on there. And you guys don't get to see it. The building address. Thanks for your patience, people. We're gonna buy this Artillerist real quick, and then we're gonna build us a War Turtle. Does anyone know the name of that? If anyone wants to Google it, the name of the metallic turtle from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm blanking on my names, man. Alright, we're about purchased here. I think we're good. Place my order. Cleric's a good class, Charles. Cleric is... I think it's a good starting class. I don't think it's my favorite starting class, but I mean it's not far off. They get really, really strong if you know what you're doing with them. You can do a ranged barbarian. I have done a ranged barbarian. They're not super proficient though. William Slaughter, good to see you. The professional wrestler, William Slaughter. Yeah, Hexblade's fun. The reason I don't introduce warlocks so early is because there's so much flavor to a warlock, and there's so many details in that character that I like to give people just the simplest stuff so they can just understand the rolling, the combat. Like there's so much in D&D that'll overwhelm you. But man, as a metalhead, thank you very much. So I don't want to overwhelm people. I want to give them the simplest options. But for you big brain people out there, a Hexblade is great. Yeah, Metalhead was great. I had the figure back in the day. All right, this should be purchased. Let's refresh and start working on Blastoise or War Turtle. Oh dog, what's happening? The giant turtle from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. That was what Toka and Razor. Was that it? Am I right there? I don't remember which one the turtle was though. It was Razor? See, O-Dog and Nova. Nova, I knew you'd pull through, buddy. Is Razor the turtle, or is Toka the turtle? So, people who don't know Novatarian, he is an elite Halo player, and he is one of my D&D players. So we're gonna get him on stream one of these days. He's got a great voice for voice acting, so we're gonna get him doing that sometime too. Now that we got some legitimate mics going on. All right, Artificer, boom, we got it. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and go. We'll go one by one since we're trying to help new people out here. Okay, so hit points. This does it all for you, so you ain't got to worry about it. Their hit points are okay. No, but you've played an Artificer. What was the Artificer you played? Was that the Unearthed Arcana one? All right, proficiencies. What do we want for proficiencies? Arcana sounds great. So we're doing a nerd, right? This is a big brain nerd turtle, a nerdle. So Arcana and History seem to be right up his alley. Arcana, History. What are the other options? Sleight of Hand, not so much. Perception would be okay. Nature, not so much. Medicine, not so much. Medicine might be okay. So these options are more RP options, the History and Arcana. We may be doubling down, so let's not do Arcana. And use his big brain for History, so we don't have to double down on two things that DMs usually let you do one or the other. So what do we think, Medicine or Perception? Investigation, good call. You know, Investigation, anyone who's played, is Investigation the most used skill in D&D? I kind of feel like it is. And then Artisan's Tools. All right, what tool? Look at all the tools we got. What tools do we want? We don't need wood carving tools. We got that taken care of. Smithing could work. Perception's the other big one. So I feel like when you really want to figure something out, though, Insight is, I guess, if you're doing more of an RP, heavily based one where you're trying to figure out if people are lying, especially your own party. So that I could see a lot of Insight going on. I'm thinking smithing tools. Any objections to that? Jewelers, cobblers, cook, cobbler, cartographer, carpenter, calligrapher. We want to do some maps or fancy writings. Brewers, alchemists. I'm going to go with smithing tools. Alchemy is the other good one, but you want to do a glass blower? just breakable cannons that he's doing. Glass cannon, there you go. Yeah, I think Charles said it better than I did. All right. Magical tinkering. So tinkering's cool. First level, you learn how to invest a spark of magic into mundane objects. To use this ability, you must have thieves' tools or artisan's tools in hand. So we're going with kind of Iron Man doing the blacksmithing in the cave, right? I think that'd be good. I also thinking like Donatello. He was always building machines and whatnot, tinkering. Firecracker, your session's more RP based. What did you say? What class you're playing, Firecracker? We do pretty heavy RP. We do a good split between RP and combat in our sessions. Okay. And then spellcasting. What is our intellect? Our spellcasting modifier. Let's read tools, cantrips. What is our artificer spellcasting modifier? Intelligence. Okay, so for the new players, you want to look at this right here. This is your spellcasting modifier. Our spellcasting modifier is intelligence. This is what you want to really stack the most of your stats into if you want to be effective at what you do. So we're going to level this up, but let's get our abilities first. All right, who wants to roll? Who wants to roll for our stats? So to roll, you roll 4d6, and we're taking away, we're going to manual rolled, taking away the lowest one. What's up? Night Haunter? Love to find a D&D group. Well, I'm going to start doing at least some one-shots, and for this, we have a really good community starting here. We usually just hang out after a Critical Role and talk about the campaign, but there's a few people who play and a few people who like to play, and I'm all about DMing for some new people, and then hopefully we can start up a couple games. I'm up for putting up a Discord and stuff too if it becomes successful. Michael Bell, yeah, it should be. It isn't. Okay, well I'm gonna roll the first one. If anyone out there wants to roll some stats, go for it. If not, I'll roll all of them right here with my giant dice. 2, 6, 5. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Oh, 2. All right, so what was that? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So our first one is 13. We're just going to put them up here, and we'll switch them out later. All right, O-Dog, roll me 4d6, take the low, and then take out the lowest one. So 13's a good middle stat. Now, you played D&D since first edition? Bro, that's OG right there, man. You can teach us a thing or two. Yeah, no, we love Critical Role. We talk, this group that we have going here has hit every like secret theory and conspiracy going on so far, like on the nose. All right, we got an 11 from Mr. Garza. Micah got a 14, solid. Yeah, Firecracker OG. I'm telling you, I am old. Hey, I wish I would have started earlier. I got out of the military and was like, you know what, we're gonna play this. One of Nova and mine's friends was the only one who'd played, and he was down to show us how. So so 11, 14, 13. Ellie, what's up? 14. Man, this is right down like the high middle. This is going to be a well-rounded character. Go for it. We'll wait for you if you want to. 1978. I was not born yet. But that's awesome. Hey, impart your wisdom. I'm all about it. That's when Ellie was born. I was 85, so 7 years later. Yeah, Hunter, get it. Night Hunter, get us some stats. We got 2 more open. All right, so you want yours going to charisma? What'd you have, the 11? Nicholas Gallagher. That's a good name. Also an 11, and then he graduated high school in 85. Sorry for making you feel old, buddy. All right, waiting on you. Okay, 6, 4, 3. So 13. Man, well-rounded. What do we get? We get +2 Constitution and +1 Charisma. So one of the 14s is going to Intelligence, for sure. 13's going to Charisma. This is the most like mid character. I always get like one big stat and one low stat that helps us out. This doesn't help us out at all. So, man, Constitution's going to be good. So that means we can go heavy on concentration spells, right? What's up, RJ? Good to see you. So we can go. We're going to have a 16 Constitution. That's going to be solid. We'll go 11 Strength, 11 Dex, and 13 on the Wisdom. So there we go. 11, 11, 14. So that's going to give us... We got to get it to come down here. All right, it's not coming down yet. It will in a second, though. So we got... Oh, they got a +1 strength modifier too. They're gonna be a strong artificer. Yeah, well, I didn't see the +1 modifier to strength as well. So yeah, 11. Yeah, 11's going strength. That's gonna bump it up to a 12, and 11, 11, 14, 14, 13, 13. That's funny. Okay, so why is it showing strength as a... Oh, racial bonus plus... I was looking at the wrong thing, not the modifier. Okay, so racial bonus is +2 on strength. So we want an even number. We don't want to we don't want to put a ton in that. Where was our other racial bonus? All right, so these racial bonus for new people, these are important, and I kind of miss one. Is wisdom's the other one. So 13 on wisdom is solid. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So we just have a ton of pluses, and then +0 in dexterity. So we're solid here. So the roll button up here, good question. You can, when you go to manual roll, you can actually roll the dice, and if you don't have any dice handy, it'll just roll it for you. I don't trust computer rolls. They just seem to be weird, so I don't like to do them that way, but I'll go ahead and show you. You can, because I don't have to add them. You can roll them. They'll pop up 13, 15... 14. You see what, and then you can actually just put them where you want from this little scroll down here, just to complete it for all you completionist people out there, or anyone with OCD would not want to leave that unfinished for you. See that this is why I don't trust rolls. It can be the bad side too. This is great rolls. If you look at your standard array, like you get 115, and that's your best stat. So this one gave you 16 and 2 15s and a 14 and a 13 and 11. These stats are ridiculous. This is more balanced. It's still really good, but this is more balanced. So, yeah, dex saves aren't going to be great, but they're not going to be awful. Should we switch it around? I mean, I like wisdom. We definitely want 14 in intelligence. That's not... 2's not great, but it works. So Constitution Intelligence is definitely where we want it. We can swap from charisma. I think charisma would be a good one to swap from, because we really don't... this guy is a nerd, kind of a bookworm nerd, right? So let's swap charisma. Like that might be better. Not really going to be the mouthpiece of the group, right? I think that's a good call. Yeah, they could. Yeah, Mike, they could be auto rerolling ones. They just always come up odd for me, and so I'm just not a fan. But they work, especially if you don't have anything, any dice in front of you. All right, so yeah, good call, Michael Bell. I'm switching the dexterity and the charisma. Okay, cool. So let's go to description. This is where the fun part is. I feel like too many people, and Night Hunter, you can tell me if you agree with this, since you're the OG. I feel like a lot of people build their characters too much like a video game, where they're trying to optimize the stats, trying to pick the spells that are the best spells. When I recommend to all my new players, go to your background and let your character decide your spells. Let your character decide everything that you're going to do. That's what's important in the RPing, and that's usually more than the combat in most games. And plus, it decides what you're doing in combat. So let's go. What background do we want to choose? And we're going to pick flaws and all kinds of stuff. It's going to be great. Thank you, Night Hunter's backing me up. This is true. Don't build this like a video game. You're not going to have as much fun. Figure out who your character is. Okay. Acolyte, charlatan, criminal, spy, entertainer. None of these. Folk hero, gladiator. Folk hero wouldn't be awful. Not the gladiator. Guild artisan, that would work. Guild merchant, haunted one, hermit. So hermit could work. That's someone who just like stays in their house and never leaves. And so for someone who's just staying in their house working on these mechs all the time, I'll show what guild artist. It's just kind of a smarter role, and you get more artisan tools. Insight. So this is going to give us some insight that we wanted, and persuasion. Persuasion probably wouldn't be as big, but you're kind of a lead of a guild, or you're the guild merchant, so you're running your shops and whatnot. I like hermit so far. Knight, noble, outlander, pirate, sage, sailor, soldier, urchin. I'm down with hermit. Any what do you guys think? Think guild artisans are like business folks? Yeah, they're running the business of whatever guild. The guilds are, kind of like unions a little bit. Cool. All right, Ellie's with me. That's all I need. Too many folks try to reproduce comic book characters, anime characters, and that's fine, but you're kind of limiting their growth as characters. Night Hunter, yeah, it's good. It's good to take inspiration from these characters, but don't try to make them, because then you're gonna really put yourself in a box. And what you want to do is start a low-level character and figure out who he is through the role-playing, figure out who he is while you're playing the game, and then change, because you want to have the freedom to change them as you go, right? Don't decide who you have before you've played them. So kind of get an idea where you want to start, get some inspiration from these other characters, pop culture or whatever, and then let it go from there. If OG's with me, I'm on the right track. Firecracker, why you call me out like that? All right, our Firecracker, who'd you form your last character off of? What comic book character or superhero? All right, so we get a language. We already have, I think we have Aquan already, and Common. So I'm thinking Gnomish. Gnomish is gnomes are known to be intelligent. This would kind of give us why he's smart. This is where he got a lot of his tech from, is hanging out with gnomes. So I'm gonna go with Gnomish. Again, you guys feel free to say something different, and I'm happy to swap it up. Oh, dog, Scanlan is inspired by Eminem, but it's very much their own entity. Yeah, like I would not think Eminem when I think Scanlan. But the inspiration was there, and then he let it develop. Nova Tarian built someone based off of Colossus, and it kind of turned more into like a Reinhardt, and really developed into the glue to the group. And that's not what Colossus was. So he did a good job on that. Draconic wouldn't be a bad one either. That's not a bad call. No place like Gnome. Go big or go Gnome. Like you, Micah. All right, yeah, so let's go with that. Gnomish. Yeah, this is something to work with your demon. The quiet seclusion of your extended hermit gives you access to unique and powerful discoveries. I mean, that fits, right? Trying to discover new inventions and whatnot. The exact nature of the revelations depends on the nature of seclusion. It might be a great truth. I mean, the nature of seclusion, are we putting this dude in a sewer? I kind of feel like we got to put this dude in a sewer. That's where he secludes himself. He lives in the sewers. Suggested characteristics. These are fun. I like rolling for these. Roll for these, but do not feel like you are locked into your roll. But roll to see if they fit. So if I can get a D8, a D6, a D6, and a D6, I'll go ahead and roll one D6, and then you guys give me the other two D6s and a D8. Okay, yeah, he's grown up in the sewers. If he was a ranger, we give him favorite terrain, sewers. All right, I'll do the ideals, just so we can see how this goes. All right, Micah, was that from a D8? Thank you. All right, so let's start with that. So Micah with the D8. So this is personality traits. Flaws are my favorite, so we'll get there last. Personality traits, a 6. I connect everything that happens to me to a grand cosmic plan. I like this. This is good. So this person kind of thinks there's a giant force behind everything. There's maybe magic, maybe the gods. So a giant force behind everything. And everything's part of this grand cosmic plan. I like that. Not too bad. We good keeping that? Yeah, Nicholas, go for it. Go ahead and roll for one. So we got one from Charles, one from O-Dog, and then we'll use yours for the third one. Okay, so Charles, you rolled. Did you roll a D6 yet? Rolled a 5. All right. 5 on ideals. Neutral. Live and let live. Meddling in others' affairs. Affairs of others only causes trouble. I mean, that totally works out, right? This person's just, leave me alone. I want to be by myself. I want to tinker with my toys, and boom. It's perfect. Works well. What else do we have here? So O-Dog, you rolled Garza. Mr. Garza gave us a 4 on bonds. I'm still seeking the enlightenment I pursue in the seclusion, and it still eludes me. I like that. So they're searching for something, part of this big cosmic plan. Everyone else leave me alone. I have my work to do. I like this so far. The character is already coming. And this is what I like. Like, if you don't know where to start, if you're having creative troubles, because you can take these and just go really far with them and interpret them how you want to. Did we get our last one? We need a second D8 for what? Did I miss something? No, we don't need a second D8. Flaws is the last one. Flaws is my favorite. All right, Nicholas Gallagher. Okay, I'm rolling a D6, and I got a 2. Perfect. I harbor dark, bloodthirsty thoughts that my isolation and meditation failed to quill. Ooh. All right, how do we want to interpret that one? Man, that escalated quickly. I harbor dark, bloodthirsty thoughts that my isolation and meditation failed to quell. I mean, that would make sense why they're making weapons of war, right? Yeah, I mean, if you're stuck in a sewer, like, there's got to be you got to harbor some resentment, right? I like it. Like, this character just got a lot darker, and I'm a fan. Yeah, thank you. See, Leonard, you're reading my mind. Could be that the reason you retreated to the sewers. Perfect. All right, so now that gives you an opportunity. Why did he retreat to the sewers? So if this is your character, you got to think. All right, ask that question. Why? Why did he retreat to the sewers? What was so bad about everything above ground that he would retreat to the sewers? And sure, let's make him a snapping turtle. I think you get to choose what type of turtle or tortoise he is. Ellie, you don't know if it fits this guy that we're building, though? Why don't you think that? Sounds like someone killed his master, like a giant rat maybe, and he decided to hide himself away. Retreated, perhaps. Your weapons of war are modified after the faces and words of those who harmed you. Now we're getting into like Percy territory with that one, right? Snapping turtle, hell yeah, yeah. I mean, they're the most vicious for sure. It wasn't Razor one a snapping turtle. Plastic pollution, people not cutting up their six rings, their soda rings. I don't even know what those are called. Big bad evil guy or someone wronged him and his ideas and work, etc. I like it's all good. Everyone else likes it. I'm flexible. All right, cool. No mercy, Percy. Beautiful. All right, cool. So we have the character, and that's going to help us. We're going to go back before we get into equipment. Go back to, and this is what I like to do. Go back to the class, and let's level them up to 5. We'll do it one by one, and this will kind of choose how we build, how we take his whatever the decisions we have to make for his class are. Okay, so artificer infusions. Armor of magnificent or magical strength. He kind of has strength already. Enhanced arcane focus. Enhanced defense. His defense is good. Enhanced weapon. I like that one. Humunculus servant. That's not bad. Mind sharpener. Repeating shot. Replicate magic item or return weapon. We get to choose 4 of these. What are we thinking? Yep, that's right. Michael Bell, public service announcement. Cut those soda rings, folks. All right. Mind sharpener. He's not that smart, so he wants to be more intelligent. Whenever this creature fails a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell, it can use a reaction to succeed instead. But we have solid Constitution, so do we want that? When do we make the mini on Hero Forge? Hey, we can totally do it after this. I'm all about it. I'm not buying it, but you guys can. Go for it. Firecracker, y'all watch Legend of Vox Machina. It's so good. It is so good. Failsafe, I'm good with that. All right. Yeah. Legends of Vox Machina was amazing. I've watched it through twice, and there's so many subtle Easter eggs and hints and stuff in there. Have you guys watched them talking about it afterwards? The watch along party. I'm like halfway through that. If he's seclusion, harboring, bloodthirsty, I would think a homunculus servant. I was thinking the same thing. Would be his means of maintaining some sort of sanity, having some sort of that's really good. That's really good. All right, we're definitely going with Humunculus servant then. You learned intricate methods of magical creation and a special Humunculus that serves you. The items you infuse serve as a creature's heart, around which the creature body instantly forms. Yeah, this is a really cool spell or feature. Let's check out the weapon. I want to do a weapon form. This magic weapon grants +1 bonus to attacks and damage rolls. Made with it, the bonus increases to +2 when you reach level 10. It's kind of straightforward, but I like it. William Slaughter. Q&A episodes are okay. Some little bits of extra in there. They kind of go off track a little bit. The Humunculus servant's name is April O'Neil. That's messed up, bro. Like, we can go into some weird spaces with that. I don't know if we want to go there. Last watch party with Greg Griffin is hilarious. I'll have to watch it. I haven't got to the last one yet. Really enjoy hearing the BTS stuff they talked about. Yeah, behind the scenes stuff is fantastic. That's what I'd really love, is getting into their brain and why they did the stuff they did, or stuff that happened that we didn't know happened. All right, what does Enhanced Arcane Focus do? While holding this item, a creature gains a +1 to spell attack rolls. In addition, the creature ignores half cover when making a spell attack. That's really good. The bonus increases to +2 when you reach. I don't think we'll need both unless we want to enhance. I guess we're enhancing our party. But is that his, like, he doesn't seem like he wants to help out other people too much. I don't know. What do you guys think? Replicate magic item instead of enhanced weapon? Does the weapon have to be wielded by him, or can the weapon be applied to the Humunculus? I'm pretty sure it does not have to be applied, used by him. Building weapons based on the one that forced him into seclusion. Oh, trying to replicate it and enhance it. Okay, so we're keeping an enhanced weapon, and we'll drop the arcane focus. So, replicate magic item. Using infusion, you replicate a particular item. You can learn this infusion multiple times. Yeah, so you have a table, and you can basically create different magical items, and it's nice. A hermit isn't going to be in helping others, most likely. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. The good point was I don't know if can the Humunculus wield. What do you think, Nova? Is April O'Neil allowed to wield weapons? Humunculus is friendly to you, companion, obeys commands, sees creature, game statistics, and combat. Humunculus shares your initiative, but takes immediately. I don't think they can have weapons. All right, so what do you think, Ellie? Drop enhanced weapon and go with arcane focus. And oh wow, dog, wow! At least until they come out of their shell, bro. If you were in my campaign, I'd give you a bardic an inspiration die. Okay, let's that one's a lot. That's a lot of stuff in that. This is why I don't play an artificer. It's for big brain people. Let's go to 3. So 3rd level. And here's something I like to. I like to map out the first 5 levels. I don't necessarily have to stick with them, but I like to have an idea of where this character wants to go, where his goals are, what he wants to eventually end up doing, and then they're subject to change based on his life experiences while role playing. Okay, that was 2nd level. 3rd level. Artificer Specialist. Artillerist. And boom, we got lots of stuff. The right tool for the job. 3rd level, you learn how to produce exactly the tool you need. So this is nice for thieves' tools, which you need. Your blacksmithing tools, if you left them somewhere. If some thieves came by and stole all your stuff, that's really nice. Tool proficiencies, you get proficiency with wood carving tools if you already haven't. You get proficiency with other types. So now you can make a wood golem if you want to. Say you're stuck out in the woods and you lost your golem, make a wood golem. Artillerist spells, I guess that would come later on. But all right, so now we can get into spells. And then one of my favorite things about this class is the Eldritch Cannon. Nicholas Gallagher, that's exactly why I asked, because the Humunculus can't wield the weapon. We can go with Arcane instead. Perfect. Yeah, Micah. Yeah, now he can be like Chetney, carving with the wood tools. Brian Smith, get some vehicle proficiencies, make a vehicle and pilot. Robotnik style. Turtle Robotnik. Are we going Jim Carrey with this? Eldritch Cannon is great. This is where we get Blastoise. So you basically make a cannon, and it can be flamethrower, force ballista, or protector. Kind of does like a shell, I think. So the cannon emits a burst of positive energy that itself. Each creature you choose within 10 feet of a number of temporary hit points equal to. So you give temporary hit points. Then But the force is probably what we're going to go with whenever we're playing. All right. Let's do the next 2 levels. This one should be just your modifier. Yeah, so do we want to do... I mean, we don't need spell sniper because we have that bonus to Constitution anyway. I think we need the ability scores. I usually like to go with a feat, but our ability scores are rough. So intelligence for sure, and Constitution for the other one. I'm up for debate on that. Then last one. Yeah, Nicholas, yeah. Blastoise and D&D, that's what we're talking about here. This is what we're making. That's why the name is War Turtle. Or like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003 when Donnie started making cars. Yeah, I mean, that's basically TNMT and Blastoise are our 2 big points of inspiration here. You can flavor for cold damage, but you'd have to really talk to your DM. I would let you, like with a bunch of tinkering and stuff, change it around if you want to replace it with fire. I would be good with that. Some DMs, you'd have to talk to them, and they'd be like, "No, rules is written." But I would definitely, I'd make you have to do something to get it. But I would let you do it, switch stuff around with some tinkering. I'd make you do tinkering checks and all that kind of stuff. But can we do both? I don't think so. Where was that at? Ability score. Oh, we can. Never mind. Hey, look at that. Thanks for calling me out. Boom. Both in. We definitely want that. I thought you couldn't do that. Good call. Thanks for the save there, Micah. Brian Smith. We're making Donnie mixed with War Turtle or Blastoise mixed with Metalhead. Yeah, Gallagher's with them. You guys are all on point. See, this is why I do these streams. I learn more than I can impart. So, Arcane Firearm. So, you know how to turn a wand, staff, or rod into an arcane firearm. Conduit for destruction spells. When you finish a long rest, you can use the woodcarver's tools to carve special sigils into the wand, staff, or rod. Turn into an arcane firearm. Arcane firearms are cool. You can use your arcane firearm as a spellcaster focus, which we buffed, which is nice. And when you cast an artificer spell through a firearm, roll a 1d8, gain a bonus to one of the spell's damage rolls. Nice. So we're doing extra damage again. That'll be good. So we need to go to the spells. This is the one thing I don't like about D&D Beyond is how the spells work, but I think we'll be good here. Right, so it says 2 cantrips and then 5 spells. And that's somewhere split between first and second level. The player's handbook will tell you how many spells slots you get of each one. I'm going to guess that we're going with 2 cantrips, 3, and 2. So, Donatoise or Blastello. Blastatelio? What do we think? Donatoise or Blastatelio? Depends on if it's male or female. We're making male or female here. Someone roll a D2. 2-sided dice. Flip a coin and let me know. Alright, so we have prepared spells, Shield, Thunder Wave, Scorching Ray, and Shatter. So that should help us out here. Let's go to the cantrips first. We know we got 2 of those. Donatoise runs off. Alright, Donatoise it is. No, Donatoise is fine. We got a Firecracker. I trust you. I got Tails was definitely Donatoise, right? We totally said that. Okay, Acid Splash, Bonfire, create a bonfire, Dancing Lights, Firebolt. So what I like to do is pick 1 damage and 1 for RP. We want Ray of Frost. We wanted some frost damage, right? A Frigid Beam, What's the frost beam or whatever from Pokemon? All right, Michael Bell's doing a backflip for us. Tell us if you land on your head or your tail. If we're making Donatois as a hermit artificer, one of our spells should be light because he's underground. That's a good call. Good call. Light and Ray of Frost. We go with that? Someone said they wanted cold damage. So spells 1d8, cold damage. Boom. I think we're good with that. First level. So we're going to go with 3 first levels unless someone sees something different. So Ice Beam. There we go. So Ray of Frost is we're going to call it Ice Beam when we're RPing. And we're going to say, I cast Ice Beam. We should. What if the Humunculus was a little boy named Ashes, and he just constantly gave you commands as if he was in control? What was the name of it? Donatois? Let's change it. Donatois, do Ice Beam. And you have to play the D&D or the Pokemon music while you're playing this character. This is a rule. All right, so we're going with Ashes. I like it. So we have the Humunculus Ashes, who's commanding Donatois. I see this would be a fun character to play. I would want to play this character. Going back to our spells. Okay, first level. We put Alarm. I think Alarm is brilliant. For those who don't know, you set an alarm against the unwanted intrusion. So if he's worried about people coming down and getting him, then you set the alarm to make sure you're alerted if anyone comes into your vicinity. 20-foot cube that would totally fill an entire tunnel coming into your space. So that totally works. All right. What else are we thinking? We got 2 more. Detect Magic, Disguise Self. Disguise Self might be good, right? If he's hated or something or wanted, I think Disguise Self would be solid. All right, yeah, 2. Okay, we're 2 second level, so we're going with 3. Fairy Fire's a good spell. It doesn't really fit him. I think Disguise Self does. I mean, you had the Ninja Turtles with their trench coats and hats, right? Perfect. And let's do something damagey then. Thunder Wave is good. Cure Wounds is always amazing, but this doesn't fit this character. Fairy Fire gives advantage. We don't really care about that. Featherfall, even though, again, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm going to say Thunder Wave. What do you guys think? Sanctuary, I don't know that spell. All right, let's look at Sanctuary. Sanctuary, you ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell first must make a Wisdom saving throw. Yeah, it's just helping other people. And right now, we don't care about helping other people. We are loners. All right, so we go Thunder Wave. Creature with a 15-foot cube originated. You must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, creatures take 2d8 thunder damage and are pushed 10 feet away. So it's really nice when people surround you. You just want people away from you. That fits our character already prepared. Oh, we already have Thunder Wave. All right, I'm a dummy. We already have Thunder Wave from the class. So that's how much it fits the character. They already said, what about Purify Food and Drink? I kind of like this. Right, we want to make our food that we're picking up from the garbage actually edible, right? All non-magical food and drinks within 5-foot radius sphere centered at a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease. Yeah, firecracker. Because RP reasons. That's all you need right there. Because of RP reasons. This is a very flavorful character. I like it. Okay. Two second level spells. Alter Self, Arcane Lock. This guy self works. I think it fits more the TNMT stuff. Continual Flame. We're Blastoise. We're not worried about fire. Heat Metal's good. Heat Metal's solid. I like that one. Magical Weapon, Magic Mouth. Rope Trick is always... Rope Trick's actually pretty good too. They do, but is there any pizza delivery people in wherever this dude is from? I doubt it. Dark Vision, see, I feel like he would tinker up some goggles. You know what I mean? Do they? I don't know. There's so few classes that don't have dark vision. I don't remember which ones don't. You touch a willing creature to grant the ability to see in the dark for a duration. The dark vision out of range for 60 feet. Yeah, I feel like the light spell kind of covers that. Spider Climb would be nice. Yeah. See, Gallagher's got me on that one. Pyrotechnics is fun. Let's look at it. I kind of like Rope Trick too because that's like a hiding place, and that's this character. Choose an area of non-magical flame that you can see that fits within 5-foot cube within range. You can extinguish the fire in that area. You create either fireworks or smoke. That's a lot of flare stuff. I'm gonna say Rope Trick, and I'm looking at Spider Climb. I want to see like a water. I don't see a lot of like damaging stuff. There's not a ton of either heat metal or Spider Climb. What do you guys think? See invisibility. Why see invisibility? I'm not against it. What's your reason to know, dog? Creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing, carrying invisible. As long as it's a target person, the spell ends and target then attacks with casts. Sets devices to scan room. That's not bad. Ninja Climb. Okay. So Spider Climb like a ninja. Getting like kind of the jump on people. I like that. And I mean, think about the tech. Like you could have like the Doc Ock arms coming out when that happens, right? That'd be pretty cool. He's a blacksmither, so heat metal just seems to fit as well. Man, I like both of them a lot. What was the one we already picked? Rope Trick. Let's not do Rope Trick. Let's do heat metal, and we can go back and get Rope Trick. Let's do heat metal and Spider Climb. I like both of those. Sweet. All right, there we go. That's pretty much it. For those of you who haven't been on D&D Beyond, you can go to your equipment, choose equipment or gold. So you go to pick equipment, and you pick, let's see, he's got to go with the quarterstaff. Like, that's not even an option. Like, we got to go with the quarterstaff. And what other two simple weapons? What do you guys think? Maybe arrange something? Darts. Ninja stars. Spider turtle. All right, quarterstaff and darts. So we got ninja stars and Donnie's quarterstaff. Oh, is there hammer in there? Light hammer. Yeah, that's good. Let me see if we can get that from... Yeah, they never threw darts. Let's go with the I like the light hammer. The blacksmithing hammer. That's too good. So quarterstaff and blacksmithing hammer. Especially if he has a shield, then he'll want to bust that out. I wonder, with the decks, I wonder if we can jump into... I think we have low decks, so I wonder if we can jump into Monk eventually. I don't think it's going to work with this character. We don't need either of these because turtles have their own armor, but... let's just go with some scale mail and sell it. Thieves' Tools, Dungeoneer's Pack, got all that, and it already set everything else for us. Add a starting equipment. Oh, no, sorry. I clicked add starting equipment. All right, so this stuff is added. You roll the gold with your DM based on the background. But 5d4. I'll go ahead and roll that just to see what we want. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so he's going to start with 80 gold plus whatever his background gold is. Other possessions, we don't have any. They've already given us everything. All right, there we go. Currency, he starts with 5 from his background, and we're going to add 80. So 85 gold starting out. All right, let's go with darts because Blastoise can learn Flash Cannon and Steel type range move, and as an Artificer, we can probably Smelt. True. Kind of like, all right, we'll use some of our gold. We won't do it in here, but we'll use some of our gold. We'll buy some darts. We'll add that. So if you want to do that, add starting equipment, and we'll go to maybe equipment. Sorry, add items. I was doing the wrong one. Add items. Okay, so go add items and dart, and we'll add darts. And they should be pretty inexpensive. Cost 0.05 gold. So how many darts we want? Let's just get 20 darts. So we'll do that times 20, and we'll take a gold away. Boom. All right, well, there we go. That's our, that's Donatoise, our Turtle Artificer with, I mean, he's got the claws. He's got the bow staff. He's got darts. He's got his hammer. And he's a pretty tough dude that can, that's kind of a darker individual that likes to be left alone and build his things. There we go. Good job. Hey, great job, everybody. Beautiful job. Anyone want to stick around and do the Psionic rogue or the Soul Knife rogue? Or if you guys are good, you can drop out. Does anyone want to? Anyone interested in doing a one shot on my stream? All right, I have the Soul Knife Rogue in my head, so we'll run through that. But anyone who wants, I'll put let me link my Facebook. I don't mind doing that. If you got the Facebooks, if you guys still do that kind of thing, I'll link it in the chat, and you can message me, and we'll set it up. So. Here we go. All right, so if you are interested in doing a one-shot on the stream, hit me up on the Facebooks. We'll set up your character, and we'll do it next month. So we'll have time to build your character, do a zero session and all that kind of stuff. If you don't have the Facebooks, I have an Instagram you can hit me. Do you have Instagram? What do you have? Where can I contact you? My friend, my new friend, Firecracker? It'll be on a Thursday. It'll be the last Thursday of the month when Critical Role isn't doing anything. Since most of my group just kind of hangs out after Critical Role. Discord works. Let me pull up my Discords. I have a Roll20 Discord I'll send to you. Or I'll send you my link. Nice. So your social media challenge. Well, I mean, you made it to the computer, Night Haunter, and I appreciate that. You know? I mean, you called your grandkids up and they walked you through setting up the router, and I appreciate that you got that far. Yeah, I'll send you a link. I'll put the link in my Discord in here as well, and I may change the name around just so. Well, if it ever starts up for me. I'm messing with you. Yeah, you build PCs. Why doesn't that surprise me? Why does that not surprise me? Like I said, I'm sure you know 50 times more than I know about this game, but I enjoy it and love it, and any wisdom you can depart upon me, my friend, I appreciate. Hey, there we go. We got you on Discords. As a brief aside, in the event I do happen to get a Thursday off in the future, what are your thoughts on homebrew races? I've been wanting to play a Nephilim. Well, I mean, isn't that pretty much what the Aasimar is? But half Aasimar, half Tiefling. Oh, I like that a lot. I think that's really cool. WoW Classic's fun. I played WoW for forever, and I stopped with this expansion. But if I had the time, I'd be playing Classic. They're on Burning Crusade right now, right? Did you jump over to Burning Crusade or stick with Vanilla? I believe it's 31st of March. Yes. I'm not 100% on that though. Oh, my Discord's being funny. Restart it. No, I'm all about homebrew races. Tasha's Cultures from Everything actually lets you do that. They let you basically you just pick and choose from what would be the Tiefling and the Aasimar and mix and match. And then if I was your DM, you present it to me and I make sure it's not like too crazy, which it shouldn't be. And yeah, I think that's a really cool concept. I think there's a huge ton of flavor in that. What alignment would you go with that? That you into Burning Crusade? I got my two cousins are playing it right now and they love it. So they're enjoying it. And I played back when it was live with them. That's the one that I came in right at the end of Vanilla. So Burning Crusade, I started a Warlock and it was a lot of fun. As I was saying, even best laid plans will fail, but in the chance to try things you may have never considered. Best laid plans. Okay, Discord finally came up for me. All right, let me get my link. Give me 1 second. Thanks for you guys being patient. No, but do you have the link to my... I'm struggling to find the link to my... I thought it was under user settings for my account, but it's not showing it. Where's the link in Discord? I'm not seeing it. Hold on. Yeah, hey, ask me questions, man. I'm all about asking questions, and if I don't know it, what's great about these is sometimes the chat knows it too. Now, hey, you're sharper than I am right now. I'm struggling over here. So no, I appreciate you coming and being able to take a joke. I'm messing around. Go to friends, then add a friend. So let's add a friend. That's where I'm at. I see friend request. I don't see where my thing is though, because I'm in there. Oh wow, online strips without clothing. Don't click that. All right, he should be removed. So any of you that just left the chat, I'm guessing that you guys are checking out the online strips without clothing. Which, I mean, isn't that the point of strips, right? I mean, isn't that the whole definition behind strips? Is no clothing? I want to see online strips with clothing. That's what I want to see. You know, be different, be contrarian. They lied. Nice. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, add friend. Okay, go back to there. Sorry, lots of stuff going on here. Much appreciated, Nicholas. I need to get some moderators. You need to start you need to start out with clothing and then to get started with the strips. Just say that's true. And now this dude is also. I mean, is there reverse strips? Start without the clothing and then put the strips, then reverse strips, put clothing on. I'm sure there's got to be people into that, right? Anyone here into that, into reverse strips? Watching people get dressed? All right, I'll post it in here. Yeah, I'm in the friends, and I know I've done this a million times. I don't know why my brain is doing bad. So yeah, I'll post it in a second. See if I can at least post my server. It's under. This is my name. If you can search for that in there, and I'll post it later so you can go back and do it. But real sorry about that. Okay, looking for my ID. Yes, it should be under Mawham, Mawham. Yeah, I'm looking for my ID, dog, so I can so you guys can add me in the Discords. Best route with multi-classing. You want to get, first thing is you want to get two classes that work well together. Bard is always good. But so two dex-based class or two charisma-based classes. That way you're not splitting anything. The next is it just needs to work together. Like, and it just thematically working together. All right, lower left-hand corner. So friends, home, add friends, lower left. Number lower left-hand corner, lower left. What is up with these? Once I opened up, send request failed. All right. Sorry, I keep having to remove and report these guys. Yeah. Oh, if you post yours in here, then I can add you. I'll figure out what's up with mine because I'm looking in my settings, in my profile, in my friends thing, everything, and it's just being weird. So that's all right. We'll figure that. Okay, there we go. And then maybe you can tell me what mine is and post it for me, because I'm struggling. Yeah, I got to pull on the app. So setting is the top of the My Accounts tabs. Okay. Yeah, see, it's weird. Nothing is. Yeah, I think like it's just showing a lot of weird things for me. Like I know where it's normally supposed to be, and it's just not there. That's all right. I'll get it figured out, and we'll do that. Because even trying to add you guys isn't working right now, so I don't know what's messing up. What's messing it up? Might have too much stuff pulled up. My computer's not beefy enough. Okay. All right, see, I sent it to you. Fine. All right, Dog, I sent you a request. But it didn't work for Night Haunter or for Firecracker for some reason. There you go. Thank you, Dog. Save my life. If you join us, we will. I'll give you an inspiration die. All right. Let's. Oh, so last thing on this character sheet, and then we can talk more multi-classing. So like I like to multi-class Bard with a lot of stuff. Bard and Rogue is great. Bard and Fighter is great. Fighter Paladin is really good. But like when you get into like Barbarian and Paladin, for example, they seem like they go well together because you get advantages and crits and stuff, but you can't cast spells, so they just don't work. When you can't cast spells while you're raging, they just kind of cancel each other out, because Smite is why you want to go Paladin. Excuse me, Rage is why you want to go Barbarian, so they don't really work well together. Where, like, you know, I have a Fighter Bard, Valor Bard, and I get extra attacks. I attack with, like, a Trident, and it's a lot of fun. I actually made a spell tank, which was really cool. There's a live stream for that. But here is Donatois. Here is the character sheet. Any questions on that, I'm happy to answer. If not, I'm going to jump over and do the Rogue real quick. Yeah, Ellie, only if you want to. And I'll invite you all to the Roll20. I'll change it to like Nerd Lab or something. Blind Monk looks really, really fun. I got a friend who is building one right now, and I think like he's building like a Jedi, and I want to do a video on it. I think it's really cool. What are some good multi-classes with the Draconic Sorcerer? I've been struggling if I want just to level up straight multi-class. So good Sorcerer multi-classes. Man, so Charisma, what is his, like, how do you play the Sorcerer is the question. Is it all, you want to do, like, spellcasting? Like, what do you want to do with them? Again, Bard works with the Sorcerer really well. If there's certain spells that you just want to get, Warlock get you access to, like, Eldritch Blast and stuff. It really just depends on how you want to do it, because there's a ton of Charisma classes. Actually, Sorcerer and Paladin surprisingly can work too. It's just how you want to build them. Yeah, you stepped away at the right time, Ellie. I was struggling to find my Discord information. So, boom. All right, got you, Firecracker. Got you, Charles. Sent that. All right, go. Hey, I appreciate you coming by, Nicholas. Yeah, it is almost midnight. I think we can, yeah, we can keep fielding questions and hang out for a minute. Actually, gotta go sleep because it's 1:30 where you're at. Yeah, no, that'd be a reason to go to sleep. No, I'm gonna do the Soul Knife just for anyone who wants to hang out. Hang out here. This one won't take as long. It doesn't have nearly as many things, but I want to do like a Nightcrawler build with the Soul Knife. If any of you are going back through Campaign 1, Vax has a lot of cool stuff that fit the Soul Knife, and I'm pretty sure that's where they got the build from. So, going back to characters. But that's a really cool character. I really like this character, and I'm excited for someone to use it. It's a very create a character, top right. But yeah, in terms of what's happening in my campaign, apparently magic has just disappeared, and I'm the only magic user in my party, character-wise. He's a loner who has trust issues. What's your second best stat for that character? Roleplay-wise, I want to make him real strong and powerful. Strong and powerful strength, strong and powerful wizard. I mean, is he like the only magician, I guess you're saying? Like, only mage in like all the land, or just in the party? I mean, we can build the sorcerer and test it out if you want to. Let's go and do that. Unless people are like super looking forward to Soul Knife, I can do a whole different video on that for anyone who really wants to see it. So far, I think I'm like the only magic user in the world. Nice. All right, so let's build Firecracker. I'll go true neutral and roleplay and Nephilim, who, due to the nature of his conception, believes in monotheism, faith, and disrupting other gods' temples. I mean, that sounds cool. I like that. Okay, 14 wisdom. RJ, you like to use magic? All right, let's go with magic. Okay, so Firecracker, we're going to go... you said you're going... Were you a tiefling? What was your race? It doesn't matter as much. We'll just go with tiefling for now until you say something different. So classes. How many levels are you into Sorcerer right now? Or sorry, you said Sorcerer. Fire Genasi. Nice. Fire Genasi are actually really fun. So we're changing race. We made the Power Rangers for a one-shot, and we all went different Genasis. And it was fun. And I actually went fire. So 1 int. That's interesting. Dark vision, fire resistance. So the fire resistance is the big one for Fire Genasi. That means you can do really cool stuff around you. So we're going 3 sorcerer, you said? And then, so what class, if we're going the next class, would we want for sorcerer? If we're wanting to stick with the mage thing, then casting spells. Warlock, if you want to go kind of a deeper, if you want to go deep, like a darker role, I guess, like have some Fire Lord being your patron would be really cool. They have like, because here's why I like Warlock, and let's add the Warlock to I think I need to do the abilities, the modifiers first. So we'll just do standard array for now, just to get over. So charisma 15. We said wisdom. You say wisdom or constitution? Because constitution's really good. Get some Ragnaros in there. We'll say wisdom, constitution, intelligence actually should have been. Doesn't really matter. Because we're just trying to unlock things. Okay. So add another class. You can go Artificer. Let's look at the Warlock. The Warlock is a lot of fun. Wisdom was 14. All right, I'll go back and change that. So Warlock was a lot of fun just because when you have the best damage dealing cantrip. What happened? No, I'm not adding other classes. I'm adding spells. Hey, good night, Nicholas. Hey, appreciate you coming. Hey, if for anyone else who's gonna leave, if you have not subbed to my channel, please do. We are almost at 1,000, and I would love to hit 1K and unlock a bunch of stuff. I mostly just post Critical Role clips, and then do like 20% of my content is stuff like this. So if that doesn't sound like what you want to do, then don't do it. But if you want to help me out, I'd appreciate it. Okay, so cantrips. So the main thing everyone wants from this is just Eldritch Blast. So if you want to do a ton of damage, then this is the way to go. Sorcerers have a decent amount of spell slots, though. What do you have with your sorcerer spells? So level 3, 4 cantrips, 4 spells. Let's look at the cantrips. I've only played a sorcerer once, so I don't want to tell you wrong things. I know you have Firebolt, right? That's the other one. Is Firebolt comparable to Eldritch Blast? You hurl a modifier at a creature or object within range. Make a ranged spell attack against it. 1 hit. 1d10 fire damage. Yeah, see, I want to say Firebolt's comparable. Eldritch Blast is also 1d10 force. So never mind. Scratch that. Yeah, Eldritch Blast scales. So spell more than 1 beam when you reach higher levels. 5th level, 11th level, 17th level. What does fire... Yeah, spell increase 1d10 for each 5th level, 11th level. So Firebolt is basically fire version of Eldritch Blast. So let's not do Warlock then. That's like one of the main reasons. There's other good stuff they have. It really goes with what flavor you wanna do. The big thing is, so you get a couple more spells here. Let's not do Warlock. Bard's good. Again, it really depends on your character. Like, is he more of a charismatic character that's kind of fun-loving and wants to do cool things? Then go with the Bard. If you want to go darker with him, then go with the Warlock. If you want to, what are the other options? If his strength is low, I wouldn't go Wizard unless you have a decent intelligence. Cleric is actually okay. Druid could be fun. And you have a decent wisdom. So if you have a decent wisdom, let's check out Druid stuff. Sorcerer Ranger. I did have a sorcerer that had if you go like, you kind of have to go elf for that. Or does Ranger give you a longbow? Like Sorcerer Drake Warden Ranger could be really good, but you need some dexterity. Drake Warden Ranger is a ton of fun. All right, thank you, Ellie. Yeah. So that page has a nice table you should check out. It might help your homebrew. Yeah, Sorcerer Druid, like a Fire Ashari, like Keyleth was. You can go that shit. Again, like, it's less about the powers. It's kind of what I was saying earlier. It's more about the character. Like, do you want to go more into the fire nature of your character? Do you want to go more into, like, getting some patron that empowers you? Or do you want to be kind of entertaining and do stuff? Like, there's really good stuff for all of them. Druids are excellent. An excellent class. I mean, let's look at their level 1 spells. But again, it's more, Control Flame, Bonfire. Druidcraft is great. There's some stuff you get later on that's really fun, because high level sorcerers, they get like flying and some other cool stuff, but I don't know if it's worth leveling all the way up. I hear they're really good though. All fire. So I'd either stay sorcerer or go into druid. So I know you can become like an elemental beast with certain. I forget which book that's in though. Fairy fire is not actually fire. Healing, ice knife, long strider, purify food, speak with animals, thunder wave. Let's just go 3 levels in because I think that's where you get into the circle, druid circle. Class features. This is what we're looking at. Yeah, staying a sorcerer feels right. Again, it's really how you want to play it. Like I'm pretty sure you can become a fire elemental as a druid. I don't know if you can as a sorcerer. Anyone know that? I'm pretty sure you can become a fire elemental as a druid, and that's fun. Like, that just sounds cool. Let's go. I know Circle of Moon is highly considered the top one. I wanted to check out Circle of Land too, though. Combat Wild Shape. When you choose Circular, you gain ability to Wild Shape on your turn as a bonus action. Additional, while you're represented by Wild Shape, you can use bonus action to expend a slot. Forms. The rise of your circle grants you the ability to transform into the dangerous animal forms. Wild Shape. I know there's one way. I'd have to look it up, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know druids. Like, if you want to turn into a fire elemental, then there's some cool stuff in druid. I'd have to do some research to find out where it's at, or just Google it. Let's just do some Googles. Turning into a fire elemental. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, man. Figured, ain't got nothing to do when we're normally doing this. I wish Nova was still on. He's actually been messing around with this version of the druid. I appreciate you being in here. I'm happy to help. I really enjoy bringing people in. That's why I'm recording the series on just barrier to entry, is what I'm calling it. Just breaking through that barrier to entry, trying to get people in the game. Especially veterans, man. Any veterans out there? D&D is so helpful to people with PTSD, and I have a big heart for that. And I'm trying to. Eventually, I'm going to push that really hard, but I want to hit that 1K first. Yeah, let's try Circle of. I may not even have the right druid to do it. So that's the big. Oh yeah, it's really big. When I was in from 2005 to 2009, all of 1/3 of the Marines all of 3rd Marine Division came through my building, and I did a lot of work with anyone with PTSD, and a big thing is just them adjusting back. And they have a lot of combat issues, right? 98% of veterans that come back from war have some sort of PTSD. And D&D, like combat in D&D, actually helps them get through that. Like, help them utilize that, not feel kind of like that's a wasted tool. And then also learn to communicate with people again. Role-playing is gigantic, and learning to communicate with people again and learning to kind of figure out who you are again. Like, I think I figured a ton about myself just doing role playing. Acting like somebody else sometimes help you figure out who you are. Yeah, I know there's one. I'm just not. I don't think I have it. So I would say unless you have access to it and unless your heart's stuck on being a fire ML, Sorcerer's one of those where I'd actually just stick with being a sorcerer. Like, let's look at some of the high-end sorcerer stuff. Boom, level 20 sorcerer. This will be fun. All right, 20th level, you gain 4 expended sorcerer points. Because the good thing about a sorcerer, they're super unique. It's the twin spells, and so unless there's a spell from another class you really want to either cast, a couple of or enhance with your sorcery points, like that's the big reason to jump from a sorcerer into another class is if there's a specific spell that you want to enhance and do bigger. If you just want to do fire stuff, just stay sorcerer. Like that's what they do best. No one does it better. Yeah, level 20 sorcerer, like the spells are just let's look at the high level sorcerer spells. So 9th level spells. Meteor sorcerer. Power word kill. So good. You utter a word of power that can compel one creature you can see within range to die instantly. If you go into another, spec in another thing, you're never going to reach this. It depends on if you're ever going to get to level 20, though. But you can just kill a creature. Meteor swarm. I think this is the one that just can destroy a town. Blazing orbs of fire plummet to the ground at 4 different points you can see within range. Each creature in a 40-foot radius sphere. No, this is a different one. But a 40-foot radius is solid. Sphere centered on each point must choose a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 20d6 fire damage and 20d6 bludgeoning damage on a failed saving throw. Half as much damage on a successful one. I mean, think about how much damage that is. I mean, you can murder a building, a shop. You just want to blow up and kill everyone in the shop. Just nuke them. That's crazy good. Gate, is this the one that brings someone to you? You conjure a portal linking an unoccupied space you can see within range to a precise location. A different plane of existence. A portal is a circle opening, which you can make 5 to 20 feet in diameter. You can orient the portal. Portal front and back. Each plane where it appears travel through the portal is possible only by moving through it. Anything that does so is instantly transported to the other plane. All right, so you can just go to other planes. I know there's one that you can bring creatures to you. I want to say that was it. Am I reading that wrong? Only one I know before logging off, D&D brought me and my fiance together. She invited me into her sister's game, and now we world build together for folks who struggle to write out their ideas. That's awesome, man. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, it's D&D is it's the best game out there. Magic the Gathering I put next, but then maybe Settlers Catan, even though some people are over that. But yeah, it's it's life changing. There's some really cool stuff that you can do with it, just bringing people, because you create legit memories, even if the memories are fantasy memories. You create legit memories with this game. So, I don't know, people who, I have friends and they won't text me for weeks, for months, but then we play D&D together and text me every week. What do you think we're going to do next? So what about when that happened? And it really does bring people together. Congratulations, that's an epic story. Yeah, love it. So, I'll be praying for your success and helping those in need. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. Any prayers are appreciated. Skills as a DM. Good night. Go to bed. In Critical Role, they use Gate to summon an unworthy ally to fight one of the dragons. Yeah, that was season 1. Thank you. So I'm just reading it weird. Yeah, so Gate, you can bring a creature, an unwilling creature into a space and be prepared to kill him. Time stop. Briefly stop the flow of time. Everyone but yourself. No time passes for the other creatures while you take 1d4 plus 1 turns. So at least 2 turns in a row, up to 5, during which you can use actions and move as normal. I mean, think about it, you just stop time. I don't think there's anything in those other spells. It's fun if your character is going that way, but if he's not, try to make it to 20. And then wish, I think this is really, how powerful this is up to your DM. A lot of people think it's the most powerful. I mean, look, wish is the mightiest spell a mortal creature can cast. So it basically, you can duplicate once a day. You can duplicate any level 8 spell out there. There's some really good level 8 spells. You don't have to know it. You can just duplicate any level 8 spell out there. Create anything worth 25 gold or 25,000 gold. And has certain things. 20 creatures to gain a bunch of hit points. You can resurrect somebody, wish somebody back to life no matter how far they've been gone. And you can do things outside of the lists here, but your DM usually is going to give you, like, all right, you have a chance to fail, and if you fail, it's going to hurt you. If you want to do more powerful things, some people like, oh, you can become a god. It's like, if your DM lets you, sure, but I don't let anyone do anything that's past a level 9 spell, because level 10 spells are banned lore-wise are banned for a reason. They usually take 10, 11 spells usually take like sacrifice of a bunch of people and millions of gold worth of stuff. So I limit what Wish can do, but it is the most powerful spell, according to D&D, according to Wizards. All right, I wanted to make a Leonin character, Wagga Waffles. I love that name. Wagga Waffles. I wanted to make a Leonin character, and then it told me to go to the marketplace, but I didn't know what to do after that. All right, I'll show you. Yeah, see, your boy knows Wish, man. So what are your limits on Wish? If you're DMing, or what have you seen for Wish? Counterspell, level 9 is my favorite. Dude, Counterspell is just so good. That's a good point, your boy. That's a really good point. Is the spells that you have, that how good they are when you cast them at a level 9. From a level 9 spell slot are ridiculous too, and Counterspell is amazing. Okay, so let's go to Marketplace. Store. So you're trying to get a Leonin character. Do you know what source book that's from? I think they used to have a search bar somewhere. Yeah, their marketplace is not good, but you can search for everything. Let's go to Leonin. Leonin. Yes, I spelled that right. Hey, good night. It's been fun. Good having you in here, Firecracker. Hopefully that helps you out, man. Mythicosity of Theros. Okay. Boom. I mean, there it is right there. Okay, so I just searched it up at top, clicked on the Leonin picture. Well, right below it has the name, and then believe this is right here. Explore Magic Gathering, 2 new catalogs. Yeah, so right here you just add it to cart. Just to make sure I'll add it to cart. I'll take it out though. All right, so add to cart. Let's go up here, look at the cart, top right. And I just bought, I was buying the whole thing. That's not what I wanted to do. There should be a search bar down here somewhere too, but monsters, no. Where are the races? Races. All right, races. Okay, so down there at the bottom, races, Leonin, boom, right here. Does that help you out? So search at the very top, and that's going to bring you to this page. Just put Leonin in there. Then click right here, top results, Leonin class. Scroll all the way to the bottom, and races right there. Thank you, Mr. Slaughter. All right. In my opinion, which is the best used? Super rarely for plot-heavy things. I agree. Or in combat if you have no other option. Like it really is a last-ditch effort. This is what you need. So I completely agree. The campaign, it's funny. The one shot I want to do actually revolves around the wish spell. So I won't say any more than that because I'd like to stream it, and hopefully we got these people we can do that. Race alone is only like $2. That's what's nice. If you don't want a ton of stuff, I should have just bought Tasha's Cauldron of Everything flat out because it has tons of good stuff in it. But most stuff I just buy what I need when I need it because $2 isn't much. All right. Okay, well, things are winding down here. So I'll do a Soul Knife one later. I prefer to do what you guys want and help you guys out with your stuff and walk you through everything. And anyone that comes back and watches this, they can check it out. I mean, 490 playbacks, not bad. Not bad at all. 10 likes. Hey, if you haven't, go ahead and like this. Get us some traction. Get us going. And we'll do more of these for sure. I may just start doing them on Sundays just for fun. Sunday fun day, Sunday evenings. And so any other questions people have. But all right, well, I'm going to end that there. I appreciate you guys coming in, checking out the channel. And I'll definitely be streaming Thursday. So I may do a pop-up one if I get time on Sunday, but if not, I'll definitely be streaming Thursday. And thanks, Ellie. I appreciate your loyalty. You and Slaughter, and we had a couple other. Garza was in here. O-Dog, appreciate you. We got all our loyal people, and everyone else that is new to here. I appreciate you guys coming and checking this out. Hey, thanks, your boy. I appreciate the input, man. You guys help out a ton. I love the chat. It's what D&D is about, bringing a bunch of nerds together and checking stuff out and helping each other out. Because, like you said, I struggle with the Discord, a couple different information on the D&D stuff, and you guys help me out in a nice way, and I appreciate that. But all right, hey, you guys have a good one. I will see you Thursday for sure.